Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for a Tuesday evening video, basically Tuesday night video, right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down there in my pants, otherwise known as the description box, and as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you feel like it and dare, but I won't. And maybe follow you back, maybe I'll friend you back, but I doubt it. But if you're real, then do that. And also, don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell and turn on all notifications. Don't miss a goddamn fucking thing. That's all I gotta say. Simple as that. First time watching, welcome to the party, pal, and I hope you enjoy the ride. That's a bumpy one. That's that. Alright. We'll move on from there. Alright, so I hope everybody had a great Tuesday, October the 4th, 2022. We got NXT live. Finally, we got a live show. The season premiere of NXT tonight. The new look NXT, I should say. New theme, maybe. But we'll see what happens. We got Byron Flaxton on commentary with Newsweed Barrett tonight. That should be fun. No, it won't. It'll bore me after that. Good thing I'm putting it on mute. Fuck Byron Saxton. But that's all I gotta say about that. Sheamus fella will be on the show. First time in NXT. And some other things as we're rolling on till a couple weeks away from Halloween Havoc. We'll see what happens with that. And move on from there. Alright. Rainy here in the Northeast. It's cloudy now. Thankfully, it's not raining. It on and off rain. The Mets played a doubleheader today. Somehow got through the first game unscathed. They won 4-2. Right now, they are one game back of the Braves for the National League East. Braves are playing now. I don't know what the score. Actually, I should do that. I want to make this quick because I want to watch NXT. I hope they're losing. They lost last night, so... Actually, it's 1-0 Braves. Fuck! Top of the third inning. Braves got to run in the second inning. It's in Miami, and I don't trust the Marlins, even with a garbage pitcher on the mound for the Braves. But it's early, so we'll see. But one win for the Braves, and the division is theirs, and even if the Mets win tonight and tomorrow, don't matter. So we'll see what happens with that. So the division's not done yet, unless the Marlins come back and win tonight, then win tomorrow, and the Mets win tomorrow, then the Mets win the division tomorrow. But that's easier said than done, depending on who pitches tomorrow for the Mets. Could be Trevor Williams, could be McGill. As long as we have Scherzer, DeGrom, and Bassett for the wild card round against maybe the Phillies or the Padres, I don't know who. I think it's the Padres. I think the Phillies won the second wild card, and the Padres just stunk out in the third wild card. But we'll see what happens on Friday night at Citi Field. Is the Phillies or the Padres? But most likely it would be the Padres. I think Jacob deGrom or Max Scherzer will start Game 1. I would flip-flop it. Scherzer Game 1, deGrom Game 2, Bassett Game 3 if necessary. And knowing the Mets, if necessary. But it is what it is. So Game 2, the doubleheader, probably going to be starting in a few minutes. Taiwan Walker on the mound. We'll see. So, I'm praying to the gods, because there is no baseball gods, but if there was one, I'm praying to you anyway, for the Mets to get this win and the Marlins to come back in this goddamn game. But we'll see. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, enough about that bullshit. Let's get to your Monday night review from last night, so if you're out of date, because late and out of date review. For October the 3rd, 2022, from the XL Energy Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. And as always, our commentary team, the boring threesome of Jimmy Smith, Corey Slave, and that idiot Byron Flaxton. Alright, so this is the Raw Go-Home show before this Saturday's Xtreme Fools pay-per-view in that shithole in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Which is going head-to-head with GCW Fight Club Night 1, which has the cards are like even. I'm like, what do you want to watch? Me, personally, I'd rather watch Night 1 of GCW and see Nick fucking Gage against Moxley. That's what I would watch. I really don't care much about this card for Extreme Rules. Not much about it. Except for maybe the Fight Pit match. And then Bayley and Bianca Belair. You know. Hopefully Bayley wins, so it makes me happy. But not that I like Bayley, I just like Damage Control. Because you know why. EO. That's why. But that's all I gotta say about that. Alright. Let's get into this review, because got about 25 minutes to NXT. So I'm not going to make this too long. I'm just going to run through it. Done. Out of the way. That's it. Also, before I start, there's a new... I just saw this on YouTube. There's a new mode on YouTube. It's called Live Commentary Mode. You know when you go to customization and you put it on sub... Now we have sub-only mode, and you can put it on all subscribers mode. And everybody that subscribes to you can... You know, can chat, or you have sub-only mode. Now there's a new mode called Live Commentary Mode, but it has to be approved users. I have no idea what the hell that is. Live Commentary Mode. I have to look into that. I might use it. I'm not sure. I might just stick to sub-only mode, but I might try it out, but I don't know what it means. Like somebody like Will Rowdy just says like, oh, it's live commentary. What is it? Maybe it's just for new users. I don't know where this came from. I just saw it today. So yeah, Will Rowdy's in the chat. What's going on, mate? How you doing? Yeah, I just saw it. Live commentary mode. I'm like, what is this?
Is this basic? Why would we use something so primitive as that?
Just another one of those YouTube gadgets or things that they want you to use that probably nobody will use. I mean, I'll look up if there's videos about it. I'll look it up. Or I'll look it up on them. I'll just research it. But if it's if it's something to look forward to, then yeah, I might use it. But if it's just bullshit, then I'll probably just use sub-only mode. But we'll see what happens with that. But if you guys want to try it out, let me know. If not, then oh well. Alright, so let's go back to Raw before we get to NXT. Alright, so like I said, this is the go-home show for Monday Night Raw. And we open the show with the pyro and that garbage theme song. I hope that changes next weekend for the season premiere of Raw at the Barclays Center in that great city of Brooklyn, New York. And no, I am not going to Raw. Why would I go to WWE shows now that Hunter and Stephanie McMahon, hi Steph, are in charge? Why would I go? I fucking hate WWE. That's all. I like some certain people in WWE. I don't like the product that much. I mean, I'll still watch Raw and SmackDown and NXT, but I would probably never go to a WWE house show or a pay-per-view ever again. I haven't gone to one since 1990, 96, 98, somewhere on that time frame. So it's the same day as Halloween Havoc. I went to the house show in MSG. The main event was, I think, Stone Cold versus Kane in a cage. No, Stone Cold versus, I think it was Stone Cold and Kane in a cage. Vince McMahon came out in a wheelchair. Remember when Vince McMahon got his ankle broken by Kane and The Undertaker? He comes out and he tries to climb the cage, and then... No, I take it back. I think Stone Cold and The Undertaker in the cage. Kane comes out, and chaos happens. But I think Stone Cold stood tall in the cage and everything, but... Still, it was just like the last time I actually went to a WWE house show. But other than that, I could care less about the WWE right now. Just certain people I would still watch, but it is what it is. Alright, so we started with the pyro and the theme, and like I said, next week is the DX 25th anniversary reunion. You're gonna have Triple H, Shawn Michaels, X-Pac, and the Road Dogg, Jesse James. But no sign of Billy Gunn. I can only imagine what the fans are going to say next week. I know that WWE and Hunter is gonna somehow bleep, "Oh, scissor me, daddy," or "Daddy ass, daddy ass." You know, they're gonna bleep it out somehow because they're idiots, and then or Hunter is gonna say some ridiculous stuff. Oh, he's not here. He's scissoring somebody else somewhere else. Ridiculous stuff from Hunter, of course. Taking another shot at AEW, right? But we'll see what happens with that. Also got the Bloodline next week. Roman and company gonna be in Brooklyn. So if you're going, throw up the ones, because that's like the prophecy, we the ones. But I digress on that. And that's pretty much it for next week on Raw. That's the main stuff. But there's other stuff that's gonna happen next week too. But we'll get to that in a minute. Alright, I saw a comment. I wouldn't go either. Tickets, food, travel you would need, loads of money, and Raw, SmackDown isn't that good to watch. Nope, pay-per-view maybe. Depends on the pay-per-view though. Like, I would maybe go to WrestleMania if it's in New York again, but won't be like around my area. I have to jump all the way over to New Jersey. Unless it's in the Garden or at, I doubt it will ever be at the Barclays Center. Or in Long Island. Unless they do a simulcast like WrestleMania 2. Remember when WrestleMania 2 was in 3 different places? LA, Chicago, and the Nassau Mausoleum? I don't think we'll ever see that again, but, you know, you never know. If that ever does happen, I would go to freaking wherever it's actually in. If it's in the Garden or it's in Brooklyn, I might go to that. I mean, can't miss WrestleMania, but it is what it is. Mania, maybe Royal Rumble. Yeah, well, not the Rumble here. The Rumble will never be in New York. I'll tell you that right now. The Rumble will never be in New York. You want to know why? Because it's fucking January, first of all, and it's going to be winter. I mean, you want to have freaking the Royal Rumble out in an outside arena when it's like 20 degrees outside and snowing? Wait, want to wrestle? They're going to wrestle in freaking snow and throw snowballs at each other? That'd probably be better than a match. But yeah, the Royal Rumble will never be in New York. I could see SummerSlam in New York, Mania and Survivor Series, definitely. But Royal Rumble in New York? No. New Jersey? No. Pennsylvania? No. Has to be a warm state. So like Florida, Texas, anywhere else. Mania's almost the same thing with the cold weather too, because it's like the start of spring, and it could rain. It could snow too. You never know. Because there's no domes here in New York. Unless they play at the Red Bull Stadium, which is in Newark. But I don't think they ever use that stadium. But yeah, it's too cold to get Royal Rumble, and maybe too cold to get WrestleMania, depending on when, you know. I mean, it's April, so depends on the weather. Could be cold, could be hot. I don't know. Could rain, could snow, who knows? Could be a monsoon, who knows? But that's all I can say about that. But we'll move on. Alright, so we have the Pyro. Then we start up with the Judgment Day. Probably not the greatest group in WWE right now, and that's the Bloodline. But Judgment Day comes out, Fiend Balor, Damian Priest, the lovely Rhea Ripley, and her boy toy, Dominic, who thinks he's a Crip. Actually, he's not, but I thought he was, because I thought he had a blue flag on the left side. Only on the Crip side. Yeah, that's the left side. Like Snoop Dogg was saying. But it was purple, so I think that's a gang affiliation for the Latin Kings. I don't know what color it is, but I don't care about that, but, you know. Anyway, so they come out for a little kitty chat, and Finn Balor's ready to beat Edge in that I Quit match so badly that Edge will quit right then and there and never come back, which he should, just stay at home with Beth fucking Phoenix and his kids. Just stay away from the WWE. Anyway, Damian Priest promises to take out anyone who comes for them. And then Dominic gets on the mic. And he gets a, "Who's your daddy?" chant. Well, we know who his daddy is. His papi is Eddie Guerrero, they say. And his mommy is Rhea Ripley. We all know that. Anyway, he hates his dad, his former dad, Rey Mysterio. Says he has a new family now thanks to the Judgment Day. Balor says he could have taken Edge out last night, or the night before, whenever that was. Well, he said last night, then he said, "Oops, I mean last week." Botchamania. and offers one final olive branch, and then Styles, the phenomenal one, comes out with his bad hair. No, yeah, not as good as mine, but no, my hair's bad. AJ Bad Hairstyles. There you go. So he comes out and basically goes in the ring, beats everybody up, and then we start this match. Well, it's a tag team match, I forgot. It was Finn Balor and Damian Priest taking on AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio with Dominic and Rhea at ringside. So, sort of pretty well. Balor tries for the Three Amigos. A la Eddie Guerrero, why are you taking my move, you stupid bastard? You pendejo. I can do that. Pendejo pero. Stop using my move, ese. But anyway, he hits two of them. He does a Eddie Guerrero Latino heat. Tries for the third one. And why not? He hits it. So he sends Ray to the floor. Ray gets dropped in the announcer's table. Did not hit Byron Saxon. Damn. Anyway, Ray slips away and tags in AJ, who cleans house. Long match, and then Damian Priest escapes the calf crusher, but gets atomic dropped. I've seen that move in like years. Rhea then pulls Ray off the apron, though. Dominic gets him in between them. He once again stands execution style. It's like, he says something in Spanish. I think it's like, Bandele! Bandele! Hit me, God! Hit me! Come on! Hit me! Come on! Ray's like, Ray cursed, I think. He said the S word. He said shit. And then Rhea clocked him from behind. And Dominic's like, stupid pendejo. But it is what it is. I'm not being racist about that. So if you think I am, and you're going to do a video about it, I don't give a shit. Stop being racist, because you know who's of Latino nation. Anyway, so she hits him in the back, throws him in, and then throws AJ back in, and then Finn hits the coup de grace, 1, 2, 3. They get the win, and that's pretty much it. So I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Ray comes in to check on AJ, and then AJ's like, where were you? And Ray's like, I'm sorry, it's my fault. And then he tries to help AJ up, and AJ's like, fuck you, man. Get out of here. Shoves him down, and he's like, yes, it's like, oh, no, you didn't. And then he leaves, and then Judgment Day just beats the living crap out of AJ after that. So a lot of people on Twitter was like, did AJ just join Judgment Day? I'm like, no, not yet. But let's see. We'll see what happens with AJ later. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, then we go to the back where we have the almighty Bobby Lashley, the U.S. champ, coming into the building. Kevin Patrick stops him to chat. Lashley's happy that he's been U.S. champ for 3 months. Big whoop. He's ready to fight anyone to come after his title next week. And then, of all people, Mustafa Ali comes out of catering after eating a big juicy steak from, that was made by Titus. And maybe had a cookie by Dana Brooke. I don't know. It was hanging out with Nikki Ashhole and Dewdrop and Tamina and everybody else on that godforsaken place. And maybe he saw Veer and Sangha, in this sheer. Maybe they were hanging out together in freaking Titus Catering and all the other jobbers that nobody cares about. So anyway, he comes up to Bobby Lashley and says, I want a shot. So Lashley's like, okay. Right after Ali spins him around, pokes him in the chest, like, I want my opportunity. And Lashley's like, all right, you want to get your ass kicked and go back to catering? All right. So we're gonna see that match coming up in a little bit. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we see the Bloodline, well, some of the Bloodline. Sami Zayn, the good old man himself, Sami Zayn. And we all know his brother, Generico, the man who steals orphans out of the orphanage in Mexico with a goddamn mask. Ole! Anyway, so he's laughing with Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa about something. Sammy tells a story about a couch being on fire. And something about an extinguisher. I don't want to know. And then Jey Uso comes in. He's like, let's be serious. Why so serious? So he comes in, says, we're all here to talk tell everyone about Roman Reigns going to be on Raw next week for the season premiere in Brooklyn. So they leave, and Sam's like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Let's go. Let's go to the ring. So, but they run into the Street Profits. They're not impressed, and then we got a match with Solo Sikoa and Angelo Dawkins. Big beefy men slapping meat. Pretty much. And that's pretty much it. And that's it. Alright, so I gave that as well 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we move on. Just check something. Alright, then we go to match number, I believe this is match number 2. Non-title match. I thought it was a title match. Bobby Lashley and Mustafa Ali. I thought this would be a squash match, but it lasted almost 11 and a half minutes. Bobby Lashley gets the win with the Hurt Lock, which basically knocks Ali out, even though he didn't tap out. So referee, I guess, said, oh, he tapped. And this is what it is. So Bobby Lashley wins. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Lashley tries to help Ali to his feet, but Seth Rollins comes in from behind, knocks him in the back of the head, then he hits the stomp, then another one on the US title, which leaves Lashley laying in a heap. Then he throws in a stomp to Mustafa Ali on the floor, just for good measure. So next week, on the season premiere, we got another United States title match between Lashley and Seth freaking Rollins. See what happens with that. Let me move on from there. And Seth stays in the ring for our next segment, which I think was the segment of the night. Him and Riddle face to face, no contact, so they can't hit each other or else the match is off. So he talks about that. But Riddle comes out and says, I'm ready to kill you on Saturday. So they start arguing. Rollins mentions his kids, like, oh, you can't see your kids again. And then Riddle's like, oh, well, you'll always be second best to Becky. I'm like, ooh. And then the enforcer, Daniel Cormier, comes on the Titantron and reminds them, it's like, hey, I want a good, clean fight, stuff like that. You know, I respect both of you. He talks about Riddle, so you've been in the MMA, blah, blah, blah. So he says, I'm the third man, I'm gonna call it right there in the middle there, like Bill Alfonso says. And that's it. So we'll see what happens on Saturday night in the fight pit with Riddle and Seth freaking Rollins. And I think Riddle's gonna win, finally gonna win a match and maybe end this feud. But we'll see. We'll see. I think Daniel Cormier is going to get involved in the match somehow. It's like, I'm going to beat up Seth Rollins or something for Riddle to freaking put on like a stupid freaking rear naked choke, and Seth Rollins is knocked out. He goes, oh, ring the bell. But Rollins is going to win that match easily. Not Rollins, sorry. Riddle is going to win the match. But we'll see what happens on Saturday. All right, so I gave all that 3.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the back with Candice LeRae getting a pep talk from Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair. She puts her hair, that's not even her hair, it's Bianca Belair. And the lovely Asuka, my first wife. Nobody's ready for Asuka, suck my dick. So they're talking to her, giving her a pep talk. And while this segment's going on, we see the screen go, you know? And then we see the QR code pop up, which leads to a Samson Delilah painting, and then different numbers again, which leads to Saturday. Crazy stuff. This is Bray Wyatt. It's still Bray Wyatt, the White Rabbit. I mean, if it's not Bray Wyatt, they think it is Joe Gacy. I'm like, why? If it's Gacy, people are gonna riot in Philly. It is the land of Xtreme. It is Extreme Rules. So you can imagine if Joe Gacy comes out as the White Rabbit. Hunter, Stephanie, you better have insurance, because those fans are going to riot. They want refunds. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get The Miz on the phone with his hot fucking wife, Maurice. So he wants some guarantees, I guess from her, or I don't know from who, that Dexter is out next week because it's his birthday. Yeah, Miz's birthday next week in Brooklyn. Lucky you. Anyway, so he leaves and Dexter's in another room. Behind him, Miz doesn't see him. And where the hell was Ciampa? Or Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer? Where was Ciampa? Maybe he took the day off, a night off, or whatever. I don't know. Or maybe he got beat up by Dexter. I don't know. We'll never know. That's all I gotta say about that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that we get the Dakota Kai and Candice LeRae. Io and Bayley at ringside, looking hot as always. Pretty back and forth match. Dakota Kai goes up top, gets caught with a German suplex for a near fall. Ow. And then Io gets on the apron, wearing both belts, by the way. For distraction, Bayley comes from the other side, drop LeRae on the top rope, right into Dakota Kai, who rolls her up with a 1920 fruit roll-up. 1, 2, 3. Once again, Damage Control gets the win. And that's all I gotta say about that. Almost 11-minute match. Match was so I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. So Damage Control still in control. And we move on from there. Alright, then we go in the back with Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. He runs into The Miz, who's sleeping, or he's out cold, on an Anvil case. Not the band Anvil. It was a great band, by the way. Metal on metal! I don't know the whole song. But a great band. If you haven't seen the documentary for Anvil, watch it. Because I said so. So he's knocked out on a production Anvil case, whatever it is. So Gargano's like, book. And then Miz just wakes up, and he sees a drawing of himself and Dexter on his chest, and then he runs away like a little bitch. So, okay. So Johnny Gargano's going to face Otis coming up. So, but I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. This Raw wasn't really that great. But as we all know, go-home shows are not that great anyway. And the Aftermath shows are not that great either. Anyway, then we see Bayley in the back with Sarah Schreiber. She's with Io and Dakota. Bayley's excited to sign the contract with Bianca and implies bad things are going to happen. I want to do bad things to you. Pretty much. That's that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then, once again, the Raw commentary team acknowledges, no, not Roman Reigns, acknowledge the passing of the late, great Antonio Inoki, who passed away over the weekend. Freaking legend he is in Japan. #1 forever. Just remember that. We move on from there. But glad that WWE did this on SmackDown. They did it on Raw, and I assume they're going to do it tonight on NXT. I hope that Tony Khan does something tomorrow night on Dynamite. It's the 3-year anniversary show, too. So, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to Otis and Johnny Gargano with sheesh. Sheesh, please. Oh, thank you. Chad Gable at ringside. Austin Theory boring us on commentary. So, match was alright. 5.5-minute match. Gargano paused to beat up Theory a little bit on the outside, followed by a tornado DDT off the apron. Ow. Theory gets in a briefcase shot, and then Otis hits the world's strongest slam. 1, 2, 3. He gets the win. Match I didn't give 2 shits about. 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, they continue beating on Gargano. Then Braun Strowman. He runs in for the save, and we get an impromptu match with Strowman and Gable, which was scheduled. But I thought it was going to be later, but we get it now. So, basically, Braun Strowman beat the crap out of him for most of the match. Gable somehow hit a German suplex on Braun Strowman. That's a lot of strength there, Chad. Very nice. Strowman goes down again. Dropkick to the knee takes Strowman down. Gable misses the moonsault. Strowman boots him in the face, hits the powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. He gets the win in just over 7 minutes. And that's pretty much it. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, we're 3 minutes away from NXT. Where's my, damn it. Where's my... No, I can't even find my... Can't even find my clicker. Where's my channel changer? I can't find my remote control! Damn it! Alright, I'll be right back. I have it somewhere. Oh, here it is. There we go. Simple clicker. By the way, don't forget to support in this moment. All right, let me put on the rich man's cable. It's already on, but I got to put on the channel to NXT. We're about 2 minutes, it's just over 2 minutes away from NXT. So I'll give you a little watch along with, preview of NXT. So we got that. So almost ready for NXT. Okay, Real Rowdy says, did you see that Andrade Sammy Twitter feud everyone talking about? What do you think, Pete? Real or storyline? I think it's real. I think it is too. I think it's real. And I really think that Sammy Guevara is going to cost Andrade his match tomorrow with Preston or 10 in that mask versus career match. I really think Sammy's going to come out and really, like, real life, cost him the match. And Andrade's going to probably go back to Vince. Or not Vince, sorry, Hunter. I really don't think he should go back there. I think he should just go back to Mexico. Because why would you go back to a company that really fucked you over? And then fucked Zelina Vega over, but they brought her back. And now she's, now she's hurt, but she's coming back. I don't know when. Maybe she comes back with Andrade. Maybe she's just waiting for Andrade to come back. I don't know. But yeah, I have him losing. You think Andrade losing on Rampage versus number 10 Dark? Oh, it's on Rampage? I thought it was on it is on Rampage. That is right. I think you were right. I thought it was on Dynamite, but it's on Rampage. So I have to wait till Friday live at 10 o'clock. And then Battle of the Belts right after that. So 4 hours of wrestling on Friday. Oosh. And to come back, that's even more. There's much more. We got Bound for Glory at 8 o'clock, going head to head with SmackDown. That's gonna get destroyed. But I think SmackDown's gonna probably be even with the start of the wildcard round with the Mets and the Padres. But I think that game is earlier in the day. I don't think it's at night. I think it is. Maybe at night, maybe in the day. I don't know. But it's at Citi Field, so we'll see what happens with that. All right, NXT is about to start. Just doing the signature and blah blah blah, and we're gonna be live. Like we are right now. Let's see what happens. I think it's Rampage. Andrade, not sure it's... Yeah, I think it's... I thought I saw it was on Dynamite. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so NXT has started. No 2.0. I haven't heard the theme. I don't want to play it because I get copyrighted. But by WWE, and I did that before. So the multicolors are done. It's back to the black and gold. And then we go right to ringside with bad news, Reed Ballot. No, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. And that's Byron Saxton at ringside. And that schmuck kid from NXT Level Up is there with him. Who is this guy? This guy looks like he's 18. Even though he's like 20-something. But he looks 18. Who is this guy? I'm not on Issa's chat yet, but she's probably playing. Who are you? So. I like that. That's pretty funny. Vic Joseph. I'm not Vic. Sorry. Wade Barrett said that Vic Joseph stuck in immigration. All right. Then we start the show with the Yes Boys. Ooh, the Yes Boys, my favorite tag team in NXT right now. They come out in Regal gear, not William Regal, but they come out like they're going to the Queen. You know, King comes with the Queen. They have like they're like in the Commonwealth or something like that, like George Washington or something like that. The NXT tag team champions. So we're getting some type of celebration, I think, because there's different flags in the ring. I see a British flag or an Australian flag. I don't know what. I think that's I see a Swiss flag. Now they're doing curtsies. What is this? Are we supposed to like think they're gay? I mean, we saw the segment last week. They were in bed together and they're eating together and like what the hell? Well, not the first time we've seen a gay tag team. Remember Billy and Chuck? Even though they weren't gay, but they played gay with Rico. Not Rico Suave, Rico. God, it used to be a bouncer, I think. All right, so they're doing some NXT Commonwealth thing with them and Adam. It is what it is. Crazy stuff by HBK down there in NXT land in Orlando, Florida. Surprised that I'm glad that the Performance Center and the Capital Wrestling Center didn't get destroyed by Hurricane Ian, but sadly like over 100 people died in that down in Florida due to Ian and everything. So my prayers still go out to the people in Florida for that nasty storm. And we still got it. I mean, we're getting remnants from it all. It's been raining since Saturday. It's supposed to end, I think, tomorrow. But yeah, there's rain coming. I'm looking at my desktop. It says rain is on the way. That sucks. We'll move on. Vic Joseph got married in Italy. Is he still there? I think I think he is. I guess he's on his honeymoon with Mackenzie Mitchell. I guess. The PC closed for a couple of days. Oh, it did close. Okay. Yeah, because, there's a lot of people down in Florida, even AEW people. That's why you didn't see a lot of people on AEW television, even on Raw and SmackDown last week. So they had to go with the backups. So there you go. So basically, the Yes Boys are, they think they're like judges or something in the Commonwealth. Like, what are you, the Prime Minister or something like that? Ooh, I don't know. Yes, boy. Where we go with it? All right, back to NXT. Back to Raw we go, and then we're going to finish this up pretty quick. All right, so we finished off with Braun Strowman beating Chad Gable with a powerbomb in 7 minutes. Like I said, 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the contract signing with Bayley and Bianca Belair, Corey Slave, the MC. And we all know what happens at contract signings. It gets chaotic, and that's what happened. Io and Bayley, Io and Dakota were not at ringside, so it's just straight up one-on-one contract signing. Blah blah blah. They jaw jack a little bit. Bianca signs and then Bayley signs, but then things change because Bianca cuts off the rant, signs and then signs it again, and then we see the QR code on the back of the contracts, the big black Manila thing, whatever it was. So we saw that. Bianca then talks about how Bayley's showing the world the real her and how it took a whole year to come up with a plan. And basically, you can plan on me kicking your ass and the rest of the damage control on Saturday, sorry. So that's that. Then we hear some commotion in the back. We see Io and Dakota beating the crap out of Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Looks like Asuka got pillmanized with her leg because her knee and leg were in a chair and everything, so it must have did some damage, no pun intended. So Bianca like gets cheap shotted from behind by Bayley. Well, Bianca fights her off, runs all the way to the back. We see Asuka, like I said, with the chair wrapped around her leg. She's screaming in pain. That's not the first time, are they, Asuka? Shh. Shh. Don't say that. Shh. Quiet. Anyway, and then we see Alexa Bliss get really upset, like going back. I think we're seeing signs that she's going back to the dark side of Alexa Bliss, which I really love. And that's pretty much it. Oh, we got the Brawling Brutes just came out to NXT. So, Ridge Holland and Butch have come out, and Sheamus is probably going to come out too. I don't know if he's coming out this segment or is in the next segment. So, looks like we're going to get a NXT Tag Team title match maybe tonight with the Yes Boys against the Brutes. And we don't forget Sheamus versus Walter for the Intercontinental title on Friday Night SmackDown. So, good stuff this week. Good stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. All right, so I gave all that segment. So we're going to see Lexi against Io in the main event. Surprising that's the main event. Okay, Io's in the main event. Makes me happy. And we move on from there. All right, move on. All right, then we go to Angelo Dawkins and Solo Sikoa. As always, Montez Ford at ringside. And we have the Bloodline at ringside, minus Roman and Paul Heyman. Back and forth match, they went. In the end, Montez Ford, I think, got injured in this match somehow. I don't remember how, but anyway, we got a delayed 2 count off a Solo Sikoa super kick. To get back up, Dawkins knocks Sikoa outside, where he hits a big flippy-dippity-doo on the entire bloodline. And then Soul uses the distraction to hit a spin wheel kick, then the spinning rock bottom, 1, 2, 3. And, yeah, so the bloodline gets another win, 12 minutes. And then we got a humongous brawl between the Brutes and the Yes Boys. Yes Boys get knocked outside. And the commentary table is different this week. It's at its normal position on this side of the ring. Well, it used to be right here, like when I'm talking to you right now. Now it's on its normal side with going this way, right straight through the entranceway. And that's pretty much it. All right, now we got Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams coming out for some odd reason. Carmelo Hayes, the former North American champion. Oh, he's taking on Oro Menza in well, it's not a qualifying match, but it's just a regular match. Oro Menza already qualified for the North American title match at Halloween Havoc. I don't think Carmelo Hayes has qualified yet, but I think he will be in the match with I forgot who else is in that thing. I have to look that up, but it is what it is. All right, so that first segment wasn't that bad. So I guess we're going to see maybe the main event, the Brawling Brutes against the Yes Boys. Ooh. And then we'll see what happens with that. That might be a non-title match or a tag team title match. But I think the Yes Boys will somehow win. I don't think they're going to give the NXT tag titles to freaking the Rick Holland and Butch. But we'll see. We'll see. Sheamus is supposed to be there. I don't know what he's doing, but we'll see. All right, so Solo Sikoa beats Angelo Dawkins. Match here, 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, after that, we go to the back. We see Austin Theory. He's all happy with Otis beating Johnny Gargano earlier on, and he promises to beat Johnny on SmackDown this week. And then we see Chad Gable come in. He's all banged up from his match with Braun Strowman, and he's like, "Oh, thank you. Oh, my ribs." That's pretty much it. All right, so I get that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get a probably the worst segment of the night, and that's by, hey kids, it's Edge. So Edge is in somewhere. Should have been home with his wife, Beth fucking Phoenix. But he's in a ring, talking to us, boring the hell out of us. I'm like ready to go to sleep. I'm like, oh, shut up, Edge. Shut up. So, but he says since he came back, he's basically been Adam, as the veil of the character that is Edge has been taken away. He was told that he could never wrestle again, and it was not his choice. Now he's decided to make his choice, but now he is 46. He's not 46. And that's taking his toll on his whole family. He didn't have a family before, and now his daughters can now see how tough it is on him. You know, when he comes down the stairs. He's 48. He's going to be 49 in a couple weeks, actually. So next year, he'll be 50. So he's not 46. Maybe he got his age wrong. It is what it is. I mean, some people think I'm 25. But I'm not. We know how old I am. I'm 45. So he talks about, Judgment Day, blah, blah, blah. He brings up guys like Foley, the GOAT of all GOATs, The Undertaker. And another good friend of ours, another GOAT himself, Randy Orton in his monotonous voice. Who, I guess, is never coming back because his back's just not getting better. So I'm thinking that Randy might be retiring, which sucks. Well, no more RKOs for you, sir. But there's always more Gilmore Cutters to come. Believe that. Anyway. So basically it was like, they pointed the camera at Edge in this makeshift ring somewhere in the back somewhere. He's like, talk your promo, get out of here. So I'm like, all right. All right, so I gave this segment, this promo by Edge, 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens Sunday in that I Quit match against Finn Balor. And I think Edge is going to win, but I have this feeling that Finn Balor is going to win. Thanks to the Judgment Day, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Now we get a little video with DX for just a hype Monday Night Raw in the Barclays Center, a shithole arena. And I've been in the Barclays Center a couple of times. Well, mostly for the Icelanders and the Rangers. Rangers! T-minus 1 week from today. Rangers season opener at the Garden, the mecca of all arenas. Can't wait for that. I cannot wait for next Tuesday. I cannot wait. 18 to 20,000 strong at MSG for the Rangers Lightning game 1. Well, not game 1, but it's the start of the season. All right, so now we're back on NXT. We're in the parking lot, and Toxic Attraction comes out, and Alba Fire meets them and beats up JC Jane and Gigi, and gets in the car, and I don't know if Mandy was in the car. So now, well, that sucks. Maybe Mandy was in the car. I don't know. Maybe she got away. So we got an NXT women's title #1 contenders match coming up. Gigi and JC taking on Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons. Guess who wins that? I wish it was Toxic Attraction, but it won't. All right, so we got Oro Menza, or the guy from NXT UK that we don't even know his name. Yeah, so he's coming out against Carmelo Hayes in just a ridiculous match. Should be good. And if you notice now that with the new look NXT tonight, have you noticed that the ringside area got moved back to its original state? It still looks like it's from, Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida, but, But, more people there, which is great. It's black and gold. Even though the ring ropes are I can't even see the ring. Well, the ring ropes are white. It should be black and gold. Come on there, Shawn Michaels. But, yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. Alright, so we get move on from there. Alright, we're going to finish this off and then we're out of here. Excuse me. Alright, so we have Edge with a boring as fuck promo that I gave 2 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right, then we get the rundown of the card for Saturday. I keep saying Sunday. And we got that. Oh, I forgot to mention last night. How about those Niners? See, I may hate Jimmy Garoppolo, and if you see my rant about Jimmy Garoppolo on my rant channel, my very evil, very dangerous, and very legendary rant channel, where I basically buried Jimmy Garoppolo for the game against Denver. I think he watched that video and said, hey, I gotta come out and kick some ass. And that's what he did. That's what the Niners did. 24-9 last night against the Rams. And Garoppolo goes to 6 or 7-0 in the regular season against the Rams. We got one more coming up. One more. That's in week 8. It's going to be week 5, so we got 3 weeks left. So the Niners won at home, and now they go cross country, short week against Carolina this Sunday. That's I believe a 1 o'clock. No, I think it's a 4 o'clock start. It's on CBS, but I don't know if they're gonna play it here. But yeah, good game last night. Oh, the defense was just amazing. Bosa leads the league in sacks, even though he's getting choked and. Where are these refs looking at? But I like this guy what's his name? Hufanga, whatever his name is. The guy looks basically like Troy Polamalu with the hair. This guy is a beast. Troy, I think his name is Troy or something Hufanga. It's a cornerback or a defensive back. No, secondary guy. He is good. And we haven't had a good cornerback in a while. But I digress. But defense played great. Hufanga got a pick 6. How you like it there, Matthew Stafford? How you like it? Do you like that ass raping we gave you? Do you need some need some cream with that burn that we gave you? But anyway, 24-9, Debo got a touchdown. I mean, come on, it's Debo. And That's pretty much it. Garoppolo played pretty well. Didn't play great, but still. Whatever you got to do to get the win. So the Niners are now 2-2, and the NFC West is not at 2-2, but the Niners are in first place because of the division record. They are 2-0 in the division. That really helps. But still, we got one more against the Rams, one more against Seattle, and two more against the Arizona Cardinals. So we'll have to see what happens in those next 4 division games. So we got one coming up in Week 8. That's in LA, and that's, I believe, a Sunday night game. I think it's a Sunday night or a Sunday afternoon game. I have to check my book. It's over there. I'm not going to go get it. But great game last night. I'm happy. And see if we can build that momentum, go into Carolina and wipe the floor with them. Put that jerk in whoever the quarterback is in the turf. Let's go to 3-2. And I think the week after that we play Atlanta in Atlanta. Never easy. And then we got the Rams. And then I think we got a home game in between, week 7, I think. It is what it is. The Giants are in jolly old London to play the Packers, or the Pack Queers. You know who's going to win that game? Green Bay. I hope. Hey, how about Brady on Sunday night? I read that Brady is talking to the voice lawyers. Uh-oh. Him and Gisele Bündchen looking like they're going to get divorced. And Brady says he wants to play into his 70s. I'm like, are you nuts? Do you really want to retire there, Tom Brady, and be with your kids and your hot smoking model wife? I would. I would. If I'm like 44, 45, 46, I'm in the prime of my career. My prime has passed me in the NFL. I've done everything I could in the NFL. Winning like 5 championships or whatever how many you won. I got a smoking hot wife and kids. This is my final year. I could go out grand style, win the Super Bowl again, which he won't. Or at least go on a high note. And then actually formally retire this time and don't say you're coming back. I don't care if you go on Fox and do commentary or analysis, or in your case, analysis, which you were, it is what it is. But yeah, I would just retire or just be at home with my kids for the next 30-some-odd years. I wouldn't play into my 50s or, God forbid, his 60s. Who wants to see a 55-year-old quarterback? Anyway, Carmelo Hayes beat Oro Menzo. And Melo shoots, and he did not miss. So Menza hits a springboard moonsault. I'm looking at the ending of the match. Trick Williams gets on the apron and causes a distraction. Menza hits him, knocks him off. And then Hayes hits looks like a code breaker. Then goes up top, hits that top rope axe kick. I forgot what he calls that. And he gets the win. Match was alright. It wasn't that bad. But, so far NXT hasn't been that great. Now Carmelo's on commentary. That's nice. At least him on commentary would be better than the 3 we got there, except for Wade Barrett, of course. And now we got Andre Chase and Chase U. They came out, Bodie Hayward and what's her name? That chick, Thea Hale. They come out. I guess we're gonna get a teachable moment from that. Oh, he's coming out for a qualifying match against Von Wagner. Imagine Andre Chase in that ladder match. But we'll see what happens. NXT so far has been mid. Even if that the Yes Boys and the Brawling Brutes beating the crap out of each other, it was okay, not great, but good start to the show. But then after that, it just fell flat. But we'll see. Maybe it picks up later. That's it. All right, so then we go back to Raw. We're gonna end this now. By the way, 2-0 Mets in the second game of that doubleheader. And now let me just reload my page for the Braves game. All right, it's bottom of the, top, about to be the top of the sixth. Braves lead 2-1. It was the Marlins tied it in the bottom of the fourth inning, but the Braves came right back with a run in the top of the fifth. And Miami has 2 stinking goddamn hits. I'm hoping. Still, still got a long way to go. Got 4 innings left, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. But if the Marlins if the Marlins have to face Jensen, whatever his name is, the closer for the Braves, it's pretty much a wrap. So, well, JD's probably drinking his liquid death, about to pop some champagne, probably jerk off while he's doing his NXT review. Either that or he's going to rape his cat again, I don't know. But but it is what it is. I mean, if they win tonight, JD, enjoy it, but you ain't going further. And now it's 3-0 Mets. Holy crap. Where was this though? Where was this Friday night? Do we just take the weekend off? It's all right, we're just gonna hand the Braves a 2-game lead. Now it's 1.5. Well, actually it's 1 now. But if it doesn't matter. The Braves win, the Mets win. It's still 1 game. The Braves win the division because the magic number for the Braves is 1. They have to win and they clinch. That's it. So, Marlins, you better wake the hell up now. Tie the game or at least take the lead in the next 4 innings. It would be really nice. Right now, the Mets are up 3-0. Bottom of the first, nobody out. So, must have hit 3 straight home runs. Nice. On a team they really should beat, the Nationals. But, so, I'm just praying for the Marlins to come back in this game and win. And hopefully it's in the first inning, so we don't know what's going to happen with the rest of the Met game. Hopefully the Mets can hold on and win this game. Braves lose. Then I think that the NL East is tied with 1 to play. And if the Mets win tomorrow and the Braves get swept, which could happen, you never know. But the Braves lose tonight, it's tied, and then tomorrow, anything can happen. Braves lose, Mets win the division. Braves win, they win the division. If the Mets win or lose. So, it might come down to either later, in the next hour or so, or tomorrow with the NL East. But in any event, the Mets are in the playoffs, and they will play Friday. If they win the division, they don't play till next Tuesday. But if they get the wild card, which I think they will anyway, they'll play Friday night at Citi Field against the Padres, with possibly Max Scherzer or DeGrom pitching game 1 or 2. And we have Chris Bassett in the back pocket in game 3. And Scherzer and DeGrom too, so we got that. And we'll move on. Alright, so Alexi versus EO. Pretty decent match. Bailey and Dakota at ringside. Bianca was at ringside. Asuka was not because she was still in the back, kind of selling the leg injury. But she comes out after the match. Dakota Kai runs Alexa over, setting up the beautiful over the moonsault by EO. 1, 2, 3. She gets the win. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. All right, so we see what happened last week with Damon Kemp and Julius. Now we see Brutus in the trainer's room, and we see his I think it's his right shoulder, your left shoulder if you're watching, all bruised up. And doesn't look like he's going to be facing Damon Kemp this week. And then, what's his name? I can't think of this. Duke Hudson comes in, starts talking shit about Brutus's injury, and Ivy Niles with him too. Now it looks like we're gonna get a match with with Julius and Duke Hudson. This doesn't look like a good NXT season premiere. I'm not liking it tonight. I am not liking it so far. It's 27 minutes into the show. I am not liking it. So, but I'll do my review probably tomorrow. I'm gonna take the rest of the night off. Do some other stuff. Anyway, got Okay, we were good. So, okay, so Io gets the win, and I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, they beat up on Alexa and Bianca. Asuka comes limping down to the ring with a kendo stick, but fails for the save. And then they bring out the ladder. It gets crushed on Alexa's ribs, and then Asuka gets beat down a little bit, not too much, but anyway. Then more of a beat down, and then Bayley goes up. Takes the Raw Women's title, goes up top, and all of them hold the belts like they're the bloodline on top of the ladder. And we'll see if that's going to be the case Saturday night if Bayley wins the Raw Women's Championship. I think she might. I'm going to pick her to win, but I'm thinking they're going to make Bianca win, and then probably at the next pay-per-view, which is, what's the next one? Crown Jewel 4. Some people say it's 5. It's 4. Probably at Crown Jewel, they'll do something to do another match for the Raw Women's Championship. Or they'll probably just go all the way to the Survivor Series and have a War Games type match. But I don't know who will be the third, the other, if they do a 3-on-3 War Games or do a 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. But who do you got? Bianca, Asuka, and Lexi. Then you need 2 other people. I don't know who they'll be. And then you got Damage Control, and then they need 2 people. Probably Rhea Ripley and maybe Natalya. I don't know. I would have Rhea Ripley on them. I mean, make it a 4-on-4. But the other woman, I don't know who could be. Could be Charlotte. I don't know. I hope not. But it is what it is. All right, so that ends the show, and I gave the show 6.25 out of 5 stars. It wasn't that bad, but it could have been a lot better. But that's it. All right, I'm going to end the show now. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Will Riley for coming in, and everybody else who watched. Thank you for the free view, assholes. And that's pretty much it. All right, quick last-minute comments. It's Hufunga. He's trained and coached by Troy Polamalu. The commentary team said last night. He plays just like him. He good. You really listened to the commentary last night, dude? Joe Buck and Troy Gaiman? I'm like, ugh. I put it on mute, so because I was watching on a stream on my desktop, so I had to mute that and just watch the game because I can't stand Joe Buck and Troy Gaiman. It is what it is. Now this ridiculous match. Now Thea Hale picks up Robbie E, puts him on her shoulders, and then Robbie E takes the Chase U flag from Bodie Hayward, and then Thea Hale picks up Robbie E and body slams him on the floor. And now Von Wagner's from behind. Ooh, shot to the kidney. And go for a back suplex. Chase gets out of it. And a kind of weird-looking pin, and did he get it? No, near fall. Big boot by the big man. Von Wagner. Now he's going to pick him up. He's about to hit his finisher. And that Death Valley driver into a neckbreaker finisher. You can count to 50, 1, 2, and 3. So Von Wagner now has advanced to the North American title match at Halloween Havoc, and he joins Oro Menza and I believe Carmelo Hayes, unless they have a graphic. Oh yeah, so Carmelo Hayes, Oro Menza, Wes Lee, and Von Wagner have all qualified, and we got one person left. I thought it was a 6-way. I guess they changed it again. Cars so quick they changed. Now it's a 5-way, fatal 5-way ladder match for the North American title at Halloween Havoc. And then we see, we cut to Carmelo Hayes on commentary, and then Wes Lee just jumps from somewhere, I don't know where he came from. I mean, that was a big fight on the floor between Wes Lee and Carmelo Hayes, and like 2 referees have to break them up. A woman referee, I've never seen her before. I think she's on level up. And then we have 2 more referees, 2 male referees trying to stop them. Like, they're going to stop 2 guys, right? That's great. That's great. All right, then we go to the back where we see Sangha looking on with Ben Frazier and Nathan Frazier, and they're talking. I could care less about this segment. Veer is supposed to be in NXT pretty soon, so yeah, Veer. They're gonna probably see 12 weeks of vignettes for Veer is coming to NXT to reunite with Sangha and reunite in this Sheer. Like I care. Oh, Sanga's giving Ben Fraser a pep talk before his best of 3 match with A-Kid. Oh, there's Veer. Speaking of Veer, him and Sangha are looking on. They smile. Interesting. So that picked up the show a little bit. All right, now we go to the Last Legend. Get shit done. And then she's talking about she's like, I feel on top of the world. Somebody get me a drink. So she's in action next. I don't know who she's gonna face, and I don't care. All right, 34 minutes of NXT, and nothing really has been done. This feels like a mid-show tonight. Not good there, Sean. Not good. But it is what it is. All right, so I'm going to watch the rest of this show. I'm going to probably watch the rest of the show. Go on Issa's watch-along chat. And then I'm probably going to take the rest of the night off. I'll do my review tomorrow. But I might do it tomorrow. I might do it Thursday because I'm going to take Wednesday off as well. Because I got to work and I got physical therapy after that. And I might be having dinner with my beautiful family. But we'll see. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm not doing the review tomorrow, but that's all I know. But so I will be back on Thursday with a dual review, your AEW and NXT review on Thursday night on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel. So hit that bell and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you dare, if you feel like it. Not that I'm going to friend you anyway, probably. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to hit that like button, stick it straight up you know whose butt. And that's pretty much it. And subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well, which are down in my pants in the description box below. And that's all I can say about that. So once again, 6.25 out of 10 stars for Raw. And we'll see what happens with NXT the rest of tonight. And then tomorrow night, AEW Dynamite 3-year anniversary show. Should be a good show. And then Friday night, we got a big night of action. SmackDown Live at 8 o'clock with Bound for Glory at the same time. Nobody's going to watch that. I'm not. Rosemary's going to be on the show because she's going to be out with Jessica and, Taya Valkyrie against Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo. Vexed, VXT. Where did you get that name from? VXT. A little variation of NXT? Mm-hmm. So that's for the women's tag team belts. I hope they come back to the Prophecy. Really hope that. I hope. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. That's the only match I'm actually looking forward to. But I'm not really going to watch Bound for Glory at all, except for that match, and that's it. Then at 10 o'clock, live Rampage, for once. I think that's going to get good ratings. Even though they got 470-something thousand this week, and SmackDown did 2.5 million. But that's that. So maybe Rampage, Rampage will probably get a pretty decent rating because it's live. But then at 11 o'clock, Battle of the Belts 4. Probably won't do like great numbers. I don't think anybody's going to watch at 11 o'clock on Friday night. That's all I got to say about that. All right, so I'm going to watch the rest of NXT. Got the Met game as well to watch. I'm going to watch that a little bit late. After I edit this up. I'm going to watch it on my SMY app. So I'm going to get to that. And that's it. All right. Now we're back with NXT with a shot in the parking lot with that red hooded person. We don't know who that is. By the way, it's 5-0 Mets now. 1 out in the first inning. So we had that red hooded figure giving out, I guess, I think it was like those smiley faces to fans coming into the building. Then we see Grayson Waller. Oh, he did it. So he comes in a yellow Jeep, and then security is outside waiting for him. He gives him the keys. He tells him some stuff. So we're going to have the Grayson Waller show with Apollo Crews later tonight. So we don't know who that red hooded figure is. I think it's Cameron. I would not be surprised if it's Cameron. People are saying it's a woman, but who would the woman be then? I don't know. That's that. All right, now we have Wendy Choo-choo against Lash Legend in a boring as fuck match. So, as Issa would say, who I used to play on my channel, fuck this shit, I'm out. So thanks for watching. Will Westbrook Riley says, butchered his name, sorry, good player you got there. Yeah, we do. We got a star. He's going to be a star for years to come. And finally, we got a secondary that's actually good. I haven't done that for a while. I haven't had that for a while. That secondary. It's always been suspect the last 5-10 years almost. Well, I would say 5-7 years. But this year, I think we have a pretty decent secondary. We got Tart, Ward, Hufunga. Good guys who can play good. So we got a finally we have a good secondary. Our defense is pretty damn good anyway. I mean, Fred Warner, we got Kinlaw, we got Bosa. And then our offense, not so good, Al. Now, Garoppolo is like up and down, and the only time he can actually beat somebody is in the regular season, like the Rams. He's 6-0 against the Rams, 6 or 7-0 against the Rams. But in the playoffs, he stinks. And Debo's having another good year. Kittle, not so much, because of that, the ankle injury put him out the first 2 weeks. But he's coming around. The offense is starting to come around a little bit, but still 24 points is not bad, but most of that was from the defense. So we'll see what happens on Sunday, week 5 in the NFL, in the league where they play for pay. And 49ers at Carolina. Giants are in London against the Packers. The freaking Jets, who are 2-2, surprisingly, the Jets. 1 game back of the Bills. They're facing the Miami Dolphins, who will not have Tua this week. Tua is ruled out this week. I don't know why he would even play. But I was watching CNN. Bob Costas was on there talking about the injury. And he said that the NFL and the Players Association are going back and forth. They do say that the protocol, the concussion protocol stuff has to be like looked at again, so there might be some new stuff put in. So probably it's just they're arguing about particulars, but I think it'll be revamped for next season, so don't get this again. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's all I gotta say. All right, so I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Go Mets. Go freaking Marlins. Come on, Marlins, please. Please do it for Daddy. Do it for me. Do it for the Met fans. Come on, we believe in you, Marlins, even though you suck. But we believe in you. We believe in Don Mattingly, a great baseball player, even though he plays for that crappy team, the Yankees. Even though, yeah, they won last night. Who cares? They're playing Texas. Pfft. Freaking Severino had a no-hitter through 7 and then gets taken out. Are you nuts, baboon? Baboon's playing for his freaking life. He's playing for another contract. If the Yankees don't make the World Series, he gone. Cashman, he gone. Judge, you gone. People on Twitter want Stevie Cohen to open up his big fat paycheck checkbook and give Judge $500 million. I think they should get this guy from Japan. I saw a video of him today. He hit his 56th home run in the Japanese league. Woo! And the ball he hit was smoked. Bang! I think it's heading straight to South Korea. That guy is good. 56 home runs. He's a guy to look at, Stevie Cohen. Billy Epler, whatever your fucking name is. Wendy Choo-choo just won. Nobody cares. Where is Tiffany Stratton when you need her?
Daddy!
Yeah, Wendy looks pissed. She wins. Big whoop. I don't give a shit. Alright, now we go to Kelly Kincaid. Yes, that's the Kelly Kincaid, or we all know her as the chick from Ring of Honor. she's talking to Wesley. What was her name in Ring of Honor? Quinn McKay. So it's Quinn McKay with Wesley, and Wesley's talking about something. And now, who is this guy? Oh, it's Lorenzo Stacks. So Stacks is talking to him about Tony D's injury. Well, he is injured with his knee. His knee is shot, so he's not going to be back for at least a couple months. So it looks like we're going to get a match with Wesley and Stacks maybe tonight. I don't know. He's talking about his friends are gone. Basically, Tony D now has a long-term injury. And, 2 Dimes is basically in AEW right now. So looks like we're going to get a match with Lorenzo Stacks and Wesley coming up. And they go to commentary. Now we get a video of what happened last week where Gallus beats up the referees and then they get arrested. Now we get a promo from, we get a video with Gallus after the fact. They were suspended indefinitely. So now they're all talking, and then we see them get arrested last week. So let's see what happens with that. So this is still the feud with Briggs and Jensen, and you see Fallon Henley there. Then we see the Yes Boys, and then we see Braun Breaker. So they're suspended indefinitely. We don't know when they're coming back. So, but it looks like when they're coming back, there's some hell to pay. And that's pretty much it. All right. So 45 minutes in, we had like about 3-4 matches already. So now we got the Toxic Attraction coming out. Gigi and JC Jane coming out looking smoking hot. Where's Mandy when you need her? Oh yeah, she's bedroom. Hi JC, how you? Oh yes. And Gigi's gonna, looking good as well. God damn, Priscilla Kelly, you look good. And JC Jane's not really her real name, by the way. I know her real name. If you follow her on Instagram and Twitter, you know her name. But I digress. All right, so they're in a #1 contenders match with Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons with those legs. So I think Nikita and Zoe gonna win, and then probably beat the women's tag team champions, Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. They're gonna win the belts at Halloween Havoc, I would assume, and then that's pretty much it. All right, then now we get a video about SmackDown. Logan Paul and Roman Reigns face to face in the same fucking arena. I hope Roman beats the crap out of him. But it is what it is. All right, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to get out of here, watch the rest of this goddamn show, and watch the Met game, which is now, actually, let me just check, 7-0. Wow. 7-0 Mets. Bottom of the first inning with now 2 men out. Finally, they get another out. So whoever pitched for the Nationals is probably gone, and the next pitcher came in. Hey, more runs. So the offense that was dead this past weekend has woken up at the wrong time, by the way. But yeah, held on to win game 1. Now I know it's the first inning, 7-0 in the first inning, so still a long way to go. A lot of baseball to go. All right, Braves are still up 2-1 going into the 7th inning. Not looking good, Met fans. Not looking good for that division right now. So unless the Marlins come back in the next 3 innings and get 2 more runs, which could happen, you never know. The division is going to be the Braves. They're going to have 101 wins. Right now, the Mets have 99 wins. They're about to win number 100 tonight. So we'll see what happens. So at best, the Mets will be 1 game out of the division, but it won't matter. Or at least be, 1 game out with 1 to play. And really, it won't matter because win or lose tomorrow, the Braves lose tomorrow, the Mets win. It's tied, but the Braves win because of the season series, which they won 10-9. So even if the Mets win or lose tomorrow, unless whatever happens tonight, the Marlins win, Then it comes down to tomorrow. But I'm still thinking the Mets are going to be a wild card team, and they're going to face the Padres on Friday night. And we'll see what happens with that. All right. Thanks for watching. Peter Gilman signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your coot. And if you're not down with that, too fucking bad. Because I got 3 words for you, and you know what those 3 words are, and not suck my dick. It's fuck you, man. That's all I can say about that. Hasta la vista, baby. Peter Gilman signing out. Love you all. Peace.